All right, so Varus and Emilio is actually banned this time. It was first pick both the previous two games. Oriana and Ashe, Vi, Callista and Nocturne.
So they're definitely going to start building around other forms of
Interesting. Okay, so the brand, which we have seen in both LPL and LCK right now, brand Jungle coming out, and they're taking the Tristana early so they can't just ban it AD mid.
Where Beichuan can be quite... Remember, this is Beichuan. This is the AP jungle aficionado.
I love watching this brand Jungle. I mean, for now. It's fun because it's novel. I don't know if it's going to be fun in a week.
I mean, Varus Renata, any comp with them is
in a rough and tumble moments of him just being the AP player to having a lot of strength last season. I feel like on the meta picks, and now we'll see.
So now we're seeing the bot lane bans.
We did get been that.
I was for LNG.
Back to Lucian. Lucian Nami again.
Pick potential from LNG is really.
There we go. Yeah.
If he can.
Spot lane.
You know who the
version of
how do I think LEC will run today?
Giant package. It's a rocket.
It will not.
This time around.
It's gonna be rough.
Game 3 that's about to
we'll see how hard they can fix it before it actually happens.
Versus LNG, first series win on the line for both these two teams as we've gone the distance.
Small in number, but the passion is there. TT fans
it's on tomorrow.
But we already know this game.
Tomorrow my time. They got some time. Maybe they can fix it enough.
I think for both sides, it's incredibly interesting. Like, we have seen a bit of Lee Sin, but not a whole ton. I think still a very fun champion to see. Would link very well with the Nico in mid lane, especially.
Hey, Nymera, what did you think about ThunderTalk's debut? Did you like how they try and engage with the Corki comp constantly instead of poking? That was my favorite part of game 2.
It is. We will see some early trades. Rocket jump going in. Be a little careful there early on. I do want to highlight though what we UCal does have his teammates here. Level 1 get a little spicy in the mid lane. Goodness gracious, that's lanes are gonna be a little bit loppy this time.
Why would we wait to poke people with Corki when instead we can walk into Sand Soldiers and try and flank engage and die?
Yeah, so it's gonna end up going that direction. Still, we'll see what he commits to itemize. Hell, we've even seen people do, like, build 2 lethality items, then build Ginsu's third. So, people really have been all over the place in terms of what they've been doing with Varus so far at the start of 2024. And we're actually going to see Beichuan started with his red. Now, going to have a very easy time with these Krugs. The best part of Brand is just how much AoE you have and how quickly you can take all those multi-numbered camps.
It's so easy, man. The biggest question is, can Weiwei get in there and be a little aggressive? Because that's always a difficulty with these kind of very squishier junglers. Is if you get caught at the wrong time, get caught in the wrong place, a very aggressive Lee Sin can definitely make a difference. We'll see if that does end up being the case, though, because we have Weiwei already hovering by.
So they see Brand right now.
Time over the place in terms of
get caught in the wrong place.
They see Brand right now on Raptors.
We'll see if that does end up being the case, though. Because
so there is a timing here for Lee Sin. That was a level 1 ward that went down. Third wave crashing. Weiwei wrapping around.
He has an angle.
So far, and he's got it. He's got it. TT, you're going to have to blow summoners.
You got to remember, this is season 14, and here's Weiwei with the angle. Chocho getting a little bit low. He's got one more tick, and it's gone. Mark gets first blood.
That was a lot of summoners used on LNG side, though.
Weiwei with the angle.
Definitely feels like that this has been the turning point for...
Because Mark used his flash here just to engage
TT, you're gonna have to blow summoners.
for a handshake.
Gotta remember, this is season 14, and here's Weiwei with the angle. Chocho getting a little bit low. He's got one more tick, and it's gone. Mark gets first blood.
They find the kill. Chocho even blowing those summoners. I will say, nice on 1xN for holding his and not like overreacting to the situation, because now Gala and Mark have nothing. So it does set up for a potential angle for Beichuan to find something. The hard thing, like we said, is the setup really there. It's gonna be on Chocho to land that bubble.
There's a lot of summoners. I'm not sure Gala needed to use both of his.
Little side point as we look at top side. This is what you have sowed on Hoya's side, getting Zika down super early. You just get to continuously poke now onto him with that AoE from the Udyr. and keep the pressure up in the top lane. We'll see if Weiwei can actually maybe try to fix some things up here a little bit.
Right, from level 1, the mid lane trade was a little bit of a wash. But in top lane, Hoya took pretty much no damage. Zika got chunked to half. And, I mean, let Zika have such an easy time.
We're playing Ringer
Kala
Ringer
absolutely
over
exposed
here.
this series.
We're going to have some fun. Where is the other person? I know they're here. We just have to see where they're at. And the Chicky Nuggies are going to fall prey to the very fiery Beichuan.
Gonna be able to get this one away and make his way down. I'm interested to see. Okay, just gonna go for a reset. I was wondering if he'd try to like wrap around and like do TT go for any type of heavy trade and maybe pressure them off of the wave. Doesn't seem like it. Just valuing trying to get as much damage as possible early on, as we do see the blasting one.
This top side of the map makes it that much easier to grab those grubbies.
And like we said, right, Zika already still chunked low. There's always an opportunity there. You have the CC there with Hoya. He even
Mark has been pretty underwhelming in this series.
Trades, but he does have pretty decent vision.
Counter-Strike is down now. You still have the Leap Strike. He'll try to use that one to get a decent amount of distance here. Hoya's looking for the work up here, though. It will just be those grub started and easily taken out by Beichuan. Traded on the other side by Weiwei for the drag.
Yeah, I mean, once you get that you know, his passive Ablaze set up, get the E, make it pass around even more, he just clears this camp so quickly. And again, such a big XP grab. We can see now level 5, halfway to level 6. Weiwei probably almost level 5. We'll definitely hit it after this Drake.
He's almost level 5.
Again, good trade coming out from LNG. That's the one place where I feel like you really could give kind of kudos to both these teams in these early games so far. And with him being on this side of the map, it just continues to allow Gala and Mark to keep up the pressure in this 2v2.
A little bit of XP going the way of Beichuan in the lead. We'll see if that actually matters. Bot lane still under pressure. Zik actually going for a pretty heavy trade into Hoya here. Feeling like he's got a little bit of confidence behind him, as those plated steel caps actually doing some work right now against Zika.
Yeah, great buy to be able to, you know, go with these short trades. Point where level 6s are online, and that's where a lot of this burst is especially going to come. Your biggest opportunity in my mind would still be if you're like hovering around mid. We haven't really had the observer camera on mid all that much, so we don't really know how aggressively UCal's been playing in the lane. But for now, just going back to leaning down towards bot, trying to make Gala and Mark's life a bit harder so they can't farm.
And that's the right advantage to be playing towards for TT, I feel like. And that's on where we've expected. At this point now, though, Weiwei, he's fallen a little bit behind Beichuan, and that's going to...
Yeah, we're seeing teams get better and better about playing around Lucian and bot side. You can see kind of why the priority is there, because of the advantages they could theoretically get you, and the pressure it provides really opens up your ability to play the map.
Since Gala was just coming off a reset, he actually didn't really lose anything from any of that.
Interesting that we've seen no Bloodsong Lucians in these 3 games, though.
Can go and secure that, and then maybe look for a bit of a return down towards that bot side. And with Zika just doing a nice job of keeping up this vision, it's going to make it so hard for TT actually to find any opportunity to capitalize on how much trading we're seeing in this top lane 1v1.
Yeah, can play super safe up there too. Not really any angles for Beichuan to get in there. We do have Weiwei and Beichuan meeting, as he does miss the stun in the end. Beichuan's going to be a little bit of trouble. Does end up popping that ulti to try to get the pop. Weiwei. Any angles for Beichuan to get in there. We do have Weiwei and Beichuan meeting, as he does miss the stun in the end. Beichuan's going to be a little bit of trouble. Does end up popping that ulti to try to get the pops, but Weiwei is
Conquer proccing Lee Sin on top of you, missing the stun is rough.
Right? Ooh, Chains of Corruption forces the cleanse. Yeah, that was a lot of pressure, but now going to try and return it with the culling, and damage just doesn't answer back. But going back to the Brand point, I feel like Brand's like deceptively like all right at surviving in 1v1s because you can just stun and run away. But yeah, you need to connect those abilities to be able to do that.
You definitely do.
He loses that even if he hits stun, Dom says.
Super safe up there too. Not really any
take a look
for Beichuan to get in there. We do have Weiwei and Beichuan meeting, as he does miss.
I mean, once the Lee Sin is on top of you, you probably don't have a lot of hope of escaping that situation.
Does popping that ulti to try to get the pops, but Weiwei is just the stronger jungler face to face.
Especially with the fact that he didn't land his Q or W, right? Ooh, Chains of Corruption
Instant
forces
cleanse.
the cleanse. Yeah, that was a lot of pressure, but now going to try and return it with the culling, and damage just doesn't answer back.
Once he
Going
actually
back to
just
the
gets on
Brand build,
top
I
of
feel like
you,
Brand's,
it's
like,
probably just over no
definitely,
matter what.
all
That
right
makes
at
sense.
surviving in 1v1s because you could just stun and run away. But yeah, you need to connect those abilities to be able to do that.
You definitely do. I think that's
That's a fair point. That's a pretty
core
good
aspect
analysis,
of the
right?
game. I mean, you know, results-based analysis. You got to press buttons for abilities to go off. We got Weiwei over here, though. He was actually fishing for it over the wall. Doesn't end up wanting to go too deep for it. I do wonder now how you transition this pressure, because that first death to the brand, or for the brand rather, is pretty detrimental to at least the confidence out on the map.
Especially Brand's one of those champions where I feel like he'll pretty much always be relevant in terms of the damage that he's able to provide. But if he starts falling behind, I mean, that's when, right, Weiwei cleanse. So it might set up for more potential opportunities for invades to come out from the side of LNG.
Also roaming Mark up here potentially. Actually, looks like he might transition back down there. But the Grubs should actually go over to LNG for the second time. Or in the second time.
I like Mark's path, right? It's pretty much always this good. If your bot lane isn't immediately under pressure, just path towards mid anyway. Who knows what kind of shenanigans are going to go around. Your team is moving over to Grubs. You can assume the enemy team will probably do something similar. You can just
over there as well. He will end up taking the red buff. Those Grubbies are starting to go down, and Gala and Mark realize they're probably in some trouble down here. We'll end up backing off as 1xN takes a tower shot there. And just try to go for some of these turret plates.
Good play around the wave, though. Basically, every time we've seen the turret or the wave pushing in bot side, there's been good coverage on the part of on behalf of ThunderTalk. Like
for LNG, you're still feeling pretty decent about this setup coming forward. A bit surprised Weiwei didn't go and try and clear any of his topside camps that are up, but maybe just hoping that
has moved. It means that TT don't have eyes on all the members. Yukao, though, goes in on a scout. Gets the buster shot, but the Pop Blossom back. Bakes one in some trouble now. Gets kick comboed. And he's not going down just yet. Beautiful bubble from Chocho. Meanwhile, Scout falls. Weiwei has overextended himself. Does get the kill on a Bakes one. Both junglers down, but ends up in a 2-for-1 trade.
Yukao actually holding flash right there.
That bubble and that heal.
Weiwei on the scout. Gets the buster. Way wants to do, doesn't want to let Beichuan just continue to farm up. As Scout has moved, it means that TT don't have eyes on all the members. Yukao, though, goes in on the scout, gets the buster shot, but the Pop Blossom back. Beichuan in some trouble now, gets kick comboed.
Nice job.
Beautiful bubble from Chocho. Meanwhile, Scout falls. Weiwei has overextended himself.
Almost saved him.
The kill on a Beichuan. Both junglers down, but ends up in a 2-for-1 trade in favor of TT.
That bubble and that heal coming out from Chocho really just
doesn't want to
topside cancel gang.
Go down.
But maybe
he's not going. Scout has moved. It means that TT don't have eyes on all the members. Yukao, though, goes in on the scout, gets the buster shot, but the Pop Blossom back. Bakes one in some trouble now, gets kicked. Though goes in on the scout, gets the buster shot, but the Pop Blossom back. Bakes one in some trouble now, gets kicked.
Yeah, he could have closed the gap sooner with his flash.
Beautiful bubble from Chocho. Meanwhile, Scout falls. Weiwei
Unfortunate, but understandable why he didn't want to have to use flash in that scenario. He didn't think he had to.
2-for-1 trade in favor of TT.
Advantage. We're going to see and do a heavy push bot in response and make Lucian's life a little harder.
I also just love the angle Yukao went for here. Like, the Pop Blossom can't kill me if I don't believe it does.
No.
Forced flash for it to even hit. He doesn't do damage right now.
Trying to get this down. I thought it was just going to be a 1-for-1 at the end of the day, but there it is. That's the bubble that buys so much time for Beichuan to survive. Yukao able to finish off the kill, gets in there, and gives him a solid 2 kills. I also want to point out, we do get some AP on our Udyr in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see Hoya try to pick Zika apart there with the AP build. We'll see what it ends up being like, though, as time goes on. It will definitely tell. We did get a second dragon there for LNG, which, in the grand scheme of things, when we've seen this series go down, dragon stacking has ended up being pretty beneficial. So it's getting 2 of those early feels good.
Ooh, Scout. Probably going to be fine being this close to turret.
Probably, right? Probably, right? Probably. Hoya's definitely dead, but Scout does fall to Yukao, giving the Tristana a 2-0-1 scoreline, and you'll take that all day.
Did someone tell TT that today's games were scrims? Like going from the Corky play last game to like Yukao, just gonna keep trying to pressure, should be able to get another plate in this mid lane, even if
It's a little
Wei
scary
decides to
though. He's
hold
got the
this.
Dragon Rage kick, but yeah, he'll step up here. He doesn't want to auto attack. He's going for Wei here instead, trying to poke him down. Does end up getting that in the end. Does have that charge on him too. Gonna take some damage. What XN has made the transition to mid lane as a
ready for the upcoming
Gala.
on top side. You know, Herald gonna be up soon as well. But Sundered Sky finished on Wei. That is a pretty big power spike. Scout.
Catching Toto on the end. Double Tangle Barb too. Gala will end up getting Toto, but the bouncing. Scout's in some trouble. Will end up getting the shielding down. The burn is not going to be enough this time around.
No, but if Baytron is flash there, would have been a 1-for-1.
I mean, was that
Was
that really worth it?
The grub. Still though, for LNG, not only getting that kill, but now able to put some pressure on the mid lane.
Wait, did he just instantly started the Rift Herald as his spawn 2 underneath the
Like,
grub
was
and they
that
found
really
the
worth
clearance?
it
Just
from
go
Scout?
for it.
He knows this is
Like, you
his
get the
side of
kill,
jungle,
but you
especially
don't
with
actually
that,
transition it to any kind of
Well, no,
objective because you
it's
get
not
chunked
his
out
side
and
of the
immediately
map,
have to back
I
off.
think he's about to find out real bad because the handshake comes through and Hoya's trying to get under turret, but it doesn't matter. Zika gets the kill.
So now LNG
And you end up losing Herald.
showing bot, but I think bring the Weiwei's waiting in that brush, so not really going to be able to get too much vision off that play. We're going to go back to Scout, going in with the
You don't force
finds a connect.
any
but it's
summoners
with
here.
Gala just able to connect with the damage
You use
to
2
finish out the
ultimates
pop
that
and
prevent
find
you from
Gala.
being able to
So
fight
close.
further.
Yeah, it
So
was
close.
so close. Surprised they let it bounce.
It's a
between
very
that
strange
option,
time
but,
to try and
he
make
managed to get
that
away out of that one.
engagement.
Nice little save at the end, just in case. But as we reset back on the map, got about 1 minute and 30 seconds to a potential assault point for LNG. Something that TT is not going to want to give up easily.
I'm curious to see if we even really have any like full-on skirmishes early on in this game or in this game at all, considering that, I mean, especially with Hoya building damage now too, you are just a glass cannon team. Only damage, no durability, kill
Go big or go home.
or die. Exactly, that's it.
Hey, I can appreciate that. I respect it.
Not for early.
Still haven't used the Rift Herald.
This series has been kind of
And it's
dull,
gonna be
guys. I'm
about-
sorry.
It's gonna be about right now, right? Dragon coming up in 10 seconds. Start moving over.
Who's driving?
Hoya.
Chocho, let's go. I'd drive
What?
with Chocho any day. Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't.
What the
Wait,
fuck?
Okay, well, there's that. Tidal wave goes through, though. Oh, my God, Yukau's gone. The bouncing is huge, though. Scout's about to die, too. Baitchuan's starting to tick up online. He does hit level 11 now, too.
Why is everybody like doing abilities backwards in this series?
Over
Who's driving?
Hoya.
Like,
Chocho, let's
he's
go.
actually just
I'd
trolling.
drive with Chocho any day. Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't.
Wait a second.
Okay, well, there's that. Tidal wave goes through, though. Oh, my God, Yukau's gone. The bouncing is huge, though.
Oh, my
Scout's about to
God.
die, too. Baitchuan's starting to tick up online.
I didn't even see how the first person died because I was just, you know, the Rift Herald, you know, pending on like where you're pointing, where you're
Is there a bug for that?
could be a little
Yeah,
bit
maybe.
controlling where it is going to start charging towards. This should open up though for Soul Point. to be
If you
launched
click
by
if you click again
LNG.
too quickly after
Still
clicking
hovering
on
in
the Herald
area.
though, you
Doesn't
can
have
actually
any ult,
Dicey.
though.
misclick
This is
the
real
direction
dicey,
of it
and Scout was
too.
looking for the angle over there. Baitchuan going in now, trying to get in. He doesn't get it. It's Weiwei who secures Soul Point for LNG. Scouts on the back end here. TT
So
is the
LNG
trouble.
loses
God
this
damn,
game in
because
spite
he
of
doesn't
being
have a
on
tank stack.
Ocean Soul
They're
Point
paid
right
for
now.
Mazel, what can they
There's
do?
literally nothing. Yukau going in. Go ham, son, because that's all you can do. The Tangle Barb connects onto 1XN. TT just trying to poke at the damage, but LNG, they are surviving.
We do have Riftmaker finished for Hoya now, but still, Zika's been
Damage
sitting
Udyr. This is the first Riftmaker Udyr first I've seen.
Some gold in his pocket.
Secondly,
I love it.
it's just go ham. Like, damage out the wazoo. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
Hey, there
Okay.
you go.
Good.
Now
We get to see how
see.
it starts.
Great engage by
actually
Scout.
finding
Although people do get
big
kicked
impact
out
on
of
Q. Luckily
the Renata
connected
ult.
by
Oh,
Weiwei.
no time to look because we got TP coming in topside. That's Zika and Scout, the power duo. Tidal wave comes through. Hostile takeover. Dodged out. Baitchuan. He's just dragged down. And that's unfortunate timing.
I'm very
Wait,
confused
the
at how
way,
LNG
Weiwei connected
loses
that
this
kill
game
was,
now.
like, nice. It looked like it was going to get stuck on who was ever standing right in front of whoever they ended up killing first. But
Yeah, the Udyr stuff here is super weird. I'm not sure what the intended use of him is in this
glass
game.
cannon damage once you fall behind it, it's going to be so hard.
Like,
actually kinda
what are you trying to
surprised
do
that-
with this Udyr? Are you trying to
Oh,
have
thank you so
him
much.
match the jacks in some sort of split push?
10 times out of 10. There you go. Sorry, production. It is scary though because now starts a very uphill climb. for
Hello,
TT.
Barry.
They have a lot of range coming out of 1xN. They have a double ADC comp, extremely squishy against the comp that excels at picking people out. You have long distance chains of corruption. You have instant engagement
Landry's
from
Udyr,
PMA
but you'd still
counter-crediting
probably be
gameplay. It is
in some
tough.
sort of split pushing scenario for that.
Centered Sky finished for Zika, so he's only getting becoming more of a dominant force to deal with. Again, at least TT are like really keeping up in terms of those items being finished. Really, only the big disparity is that top lane. Discipline in this game.
It's been really reserved actually, but it's about the ones that have damage in their pocket blind.
So LNG up 3k gold on Soul Point.
I wonder what
The biggest difficulty, but if LNG slip up one
Completely
time,
crushing this
let
game.
this AoE really run rampant on them, I think that's the biggest difference, right?
Scout
You
with
get
flash ult up.
there it is.
now.
There it is.
Less difficulty, but if LNG slip up one time, let this AoE really run rampant on them, I think that's the biggest difference, right? And you get a lot
There
of
it
hope
is.
now.
There it is.
Okay,
Letting
big
it
damage from the
go
brand.
there. That's just one round of abilities from Bechuan.
Yeah, especially now having that Rylai's such a core item on brand. And really, that could also have an impact on some of these fights with the utility coming through from that slow. But I
Yeah.
love that Zika is trying to gauge option every time. So I think a
Yeah.
lot's going to come down to Chocho's
Now, but he
able to position it, and the Buster Shot coming out from UCal.
wait,
Out has been that big engage option every time. So I think a
Yeah.
lot's going to come down to Chocho's ult, how he's able to position it, and the
Okay,
Buster Shot
coming
out
around for
from
the
UCal.
flank. Sees the pink ward.
very scary here.
TP.
Try to steal
2
it. He
TPs.
has the vision now, but he will be pounced on here. Scout,
Scout,
looking for it.
4-man
Scout,
ult.
he's huge, and the reigning MVP of the league is making his name known here in 2024. He will be ending up dragged out as well.
Oh
but
my god, the
Beachwan,
brand damage though.
He's standing up against a big wall right now. He's got to try to find the outplay. Gala streaming forth. Here's some damage down. He doesn't have the ult. He has
Oh
nothing
my
left,
God.
but here you go. He might actually take down Gala here, though. The shielding from the safeguard is enough.
Oh my god,
Cal
the
wants it.
Trist.
He wants the resets. He's not going to get. Doesn't have the ult. He has nothing
my
left, but
God.
here you go.
He
might
goes
actually
in,
take down Gala here,
forgets
though. The
that
shielding from the safeguard.
Renata Glask
But
exists.
UCal wants it. He wants the resets. He's not going to get it. The bailout's not enough either. 1xN now culling into the back of Way. Can't find it.
What a
Chaos
sloppy game.
abandoning
Holy
the
moly.
faith of TT, and it ends up being an LNG win.
I mean, TT at the end of the day still did get the dragon. So, Brand just keeps impressing me more and more. It's way too disconnected with the Lucian and the Udyr being able to get out through that top side. And now it was here where it's like, there actually was a second, I believe, that Bechuan would kill two.
If he
I
had
actually thought
ulti, I
maybe.
believe.
Oh, I mean, then it wouldn't even have to be a bully. He just outright.
That's the thing is, like,
Now it's all going to be about this Baron.
not enough, and Zika just claims the kill easily. Hostile takeover used defensively from Mark. Against the wall. Chains of Corruption goes wide from Gala. TT need to find a way in. 1xN, can he stand up to the task? UCal, the double ADC composition. Is it going to be enough? Half health there. UCal needs to pick somebody off. The bubble goes wide. They're in the pit now. LNG's taking a ton of damage in the
They're
back of
taking
the
so
pit.
much.
They get
Oh
it, though.
my
They get the
God.
Baron. Hoya's in the back, though.
All right, if Hoya did
Out
actually
there,
have
UCal needs to pick
Leandries
somebody
in
off.
this
The bubble
Baron
goes
pit
wide.
play, it would be
in the
fucking bonkers
pit
how
now.
much damage he's doing.
LNG's taking a ton of damage in
They're
the back
taking
of the
so
pit.
much.
They get it though. They get the Baron. Hoya's in the back though. Bubble hits on a 2. UCal's trying to get resets. UCal can't do it, and he's down. All 5 members stand stoically from LNG.
LNG able to make it happen by finding the pick onto Bechuan. It feels kind of tragic.
So they
for
get
TT
Baron.
in the sense of, like, had
They're
anyone
gonna
ever
have
gone
Baron
down,
up
the
during
brand
the
damage
soul
in that
spawn.
choke point would have been massive. It's only losing him that really opens up.
And
But at the same
they lose this
time,
game.
picked off because I'm pretty sure he had vision of multiple members of LNG when he got picked off. This, like, all right, it looks close because the Baron damage is coming through, but at the same time, there really is no smite, and there's really no other like big AOE damage for TT to be.
It's looking a little bit dicey now for TT. Backs against the wall completely.
Yes, they
Not
lose
just
still,
the-
guys. This is a great mystery.
Absolutely demolishing those side towers.
I mean, now it's legs back into this.
All right, here they go. They're going on to Zika. He's completely caught out now as well. He's going pretty ham here, though. Counter-strike in. Oh, no.
Legs back into this. And hell, with this Baron, LNG are going to be able to maintain lane prio.
Split push Tristana.
They're taking away camps in the enemy jungle. Really, everything
Oh
is falling apart.
God.
For
All right.
Do we have to do this, guys? Do we have to do this? Can't we just take tier 2 in mid lane?
Out now as well. He's going pretty ham here, though.
Can't we just take tier 2 in mid lane and then threaten inhib turrets at the same time? Guys? Tristana's not there. You know Tristana's not there. Why can't we just take this turret and then just threaten both of these towers at the same time?
Going on to Zika. He's completely caught out now as well. He's going pretty ham here, though. Counter-strike in. Oh, no. 1xN does survive. Kill goes over to Hoya. Big shutdown. They will end up
okay,
themselves for
maybe. You know, hey guys, maybe here's another idea. Maybe you should get Dragon Soul. I don't know, guys. Maybe we should just take tier 2 and with 40 seconds left, just back off and go to Dragon.
All right, here they go. They're going on to Zika. He's completely caught out now as well. He's going pretty ham here, though. Counter-strike in. Oh, no. 1xN does survive. Kill goes over to Hoya. Big shutdown. They will end up saving themselves for a little bit.
So now we're just going to be a player down
Just keep making us think
at soul spawn, so we're just not going to get soul. Again.
If they aren't able to pick up,
Got burned from... Oh, okay.
yeah,
Wait, there as well. I thought Hoya was the dragon.
Wait, not in vision. There's no ward.
He tries to 50-50 it. He smites it, but no.
Oh, okay. Base 1 gets the
He smited way early, actually.
TT start up.
Way early.
Wait, not in vision. There's no ward.
He smited at like 2,500. Whatever.
Oh, okay. Base 1 gets the bounty there as well. I thought Hoya was going to be a little bit more trouble than he is, but he might actually still be. Chains of Corruption come down. It's TT leaving their top laner out.
Yeah,
trying to Q combo, it missed the Q.
No,
well,
no. Bates 1 is completely caught here. He has no way out, and then Scout, he gets caught himself. He doesn't get the pop blossom off. Bates 1 is still alive somehow, but
okay.
not for long. He does end up going down.
Okay.
They're at the very least.
Well, as hostile takeover comes through, and that just means TT a little bit.
I cannot believe LNG loses this.
Mark goes down. Time to close the eyes and hope for the best. They got the TP now coming in, actually, rather. TT, a little bit scary there. It might be time to close the eyes and hope.
Okay, so 2 people are backing off, but 3 people are still on the mid turret. And so they TP in, and they just kill him. Stun, Gala, dead, bailout. Works, but still dies.
Gets shot in the end by 1xN. Gets 2 kills for the ADC of TT, but now Zika wants more. Zika wants blood, and Zika wants Chocho. As he's gone, Scout is now up by himself. By 1xN.
What is everybody doing?
2 kills for the ADC of TT, but now Zika wants more. Zika wants blood, and Zika wants Chocho. Gala goes down, Tudo gets the bailout, gets shot in the end. P now
where is Scout?
Actually, rather. Hoya has an angle. I think this is it. Mark goes down. Gala goes down. Tudo gets the bailout.
Okay, so he gets a root.
By 1xN.
Then he walks around,
ADC,
gets himself zoned out. Wei starts doing raptors. Nobody wants to help Scout? Zika? Wei? Anybody? Anybody want to help? I don't know why they just don't group.
Positioning right home.
Finished up and by so much time.
Moment for you. You come away with a loss. Well, you're going to be thinking about that, how close it was.
Yeah, very strange. Looks like they have some comms issues.
Can't happen. I like that TT staying as
LNG still loses this game, guys, somehow.
The double ADC comp, they can burn this very
ward behind the red buff, because that's one of time. I feel like as long as you have that one ward behind the pit, then TT should be feeling pretty good about that play not coming through.
We got a Jack Show 4th item for Gala. Love it. Ooh.
Oh,
did they catch Scout out, actually? A little bit of stun there. They got him. He goes golden. Okay, they are TPing. The Avengers have arrived. The Pop Blossom going to come through. Nice hostile takeover on the back as well, because it does stop TT from moving forward. But that's some big ultis burned.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on soul spawn again. Third soul spawn.
Like really crazy long form flank, like through the jungle and then around mid lane. Yeah, but that would take so much time. I feel like as long as you have that one ward behind the pit, then TT should be feeling pretty good about that play not coming through.
We got a Jack Show 4th item for Gala. Love it. Ooh,
Oh,
did they catch
yeah.
Scout out actually? A little bit of stun there. They got him. He goes golden. Okay, they are TPing. The Avengers have arrived. The
Pop Blossom
gonna
gets
come
wasted.
through. Nice hostile takeover on the back as
Wei is useless. How does
About
this
that
even
play not
happen?
coming through.
We got a Jack Show 4th item for Gala. Love it.
Or you just goes.
Oh,
He just
they
starts
got
running at
him,
him.
actually? A little bit of stun there. They got him. He goes golden. Okay, they are TPing. The
Wow.
Avengers have arrived. The pop
That's pretty
blast gonna come
decisive from
through.
ThunderTalk.
Nice hostile takeover on the back as well, because it does stop TT from moving forward. But
When you're just
that's
running
some
at him with
ultis
Ghost.
burned.
Because
Yeah,
Zika was
I
recalling
love
from
it
the
about
top
the
side, so he
Ghost,
didn't want to
It
fight.
just tells how much pressure he's being put under, wanting those resistances because he knows
Scout
all
recalls,
And
TP's
that's gonna
in.
be UCal joining as well. It forces LNG out of the Baron.
And they can't trade it for Baron,
they're able.
so they lose it. Do they actually get
TT just
reverse
wasn't
dragon
timing.
swept
Yes,
this
Big One
game?
got caught out a couple times,
That would be
but
so
didn't matter when
crazy.
They were there for it.
Baron and Soul was coming up in 30 seconds, and
Yep.
their top laner died, and then they tried to all in mid, and then they died.
Zika, he finds Beituan. He's
Okay, flashes over wall. I guess Brand ulted him, so
Tidal wave coming in now
that's
as
gone.
well. Beituan, he needs to get in the pit.
Another
but
chain.
it
Gala
doesn't
keeps missing
matter, really.
chains, dude.
Scout's gonna clone tank a lot of the damage. Baron down very low.
The Flash Brand Smite Steal. Yep. Makes sense. 1600. Green Smite. And there's a red Smite. So they 50-50'd it.
Low. Beituan's in. Beituan
Oh,
gets it.
Beituan!
What a key moment. The hostile taker.
He
is back.
zones
He has no
Jax
way
out of the
He is
fight
dead
and
to
then
rights,
flash
but he
smites.
gets the Baron. Maybe it lets TT survive, but Zika doesn't want to let them. He wants out. The flash comes through from Chocho. They will survive with 4 members with the Baron buff.
This is going to give them a lot of staying power to try to prevent LNG from
Then now
seconds, and
Yep.
their top laner died, and then they tried to all in mid, and then they died.
Zika, he finds
What Zika's afraid because the rest of the team is coming around here. I mean, Zika would die if he doesn't get out of the situation.
That's a little bit
Okay,
rough. The
TP.
tidal wave coming in now as well. Beituan, he needs to get in the pit, but it doesn't matter really. Scout's gonna clone tank a lot of the damage. Baron down very low. Beituan's in. Beituan coming in now as well. Beituan, he needs to
But
get
they
in the
missed
pit,
Chain
but
of
it doesn't matter,
Corruption.
really. Scout's gonna clone tank a lot of the damage. Baron down very low. Beituan's in. Beituan gets it.
Beituan!
What a
Renata ult is
moment. The
really
hostile
late
taker's back. He has no
and
way
easily
out. He is
dodged
dead
out.
to rights, but he
This is going to give them a lot of staying power to try to prevent LNG from ending this game right now. LNG.
one more. Have the calling coming up, and there it is. Gala's gonna flash. Gala's gonna chase the corruption. Tidal wave bringeth the avalanche. Scout's gonna go through double Kangle barb. Those Scouts in trouble. Hoya's on the back line. Hoya's chasing down Gala, and Hoya's got him. They've got them all.
This is so
STT,
crazy.
You cannot doubt the thunder.
You do not need utility. All you need is damage, 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 and more damage.
This is ridiculous. This game is so stupid.
No way they win this series. We said how much it means with one single chance to take down LNG. And
Oh
they're
my
knocking
God,
on
get
the
me out.
doors right now. They take them down. LNG fall.
Look at
and
you,
TT
Cal.
Oh, what a terrible
with
day
a
to have eyes.
2-1 victory to kick off.
Look at UCal's pop off.
2024.
UCal actually got out of his chair and was jumping.
But they too.
Look at it.
Victory to kick off
You can tell
2024.
UCal knows that they should have lost that.
UCal actually got
He's like,
out of his
we
chair
suck,
and
but we
was
won somehow.
jumping down with joy. You said it right. 17
Dear Lord.
wins